Welcome to a professional learning video on exploring computing science through literacy. The aim of this video is to explore how we can use coding to tell a story. Computing science is one of the most exciting subjects children and young people can learn about. Computers are all around us, embedded in the devices we use every day, from kettles and toasters to cars and buildings. Computing science forms part of the technologies curriculum and is broken down into three areas: understanding the world through computational thinking, understanding and analysing computing technology, and designing, building and testing computing solutions. Many of the concepts within computing science, especially in computational thinking, lend themselves to literacy, and this presents excellent opportunities for cross-curricular learning. Computational thinking is the building blocks of our digital world, with the concepts forming the basis of much computer science. Computer scientists are interested in finding the most efficient ways to solve problems, maximising accuracy and minimising resources. They look for solutions which can be applied elsewhere to save resources in the future. The Computational Thinkers poster from Barefoot Computing shows the concepts and approaches that are developed in computing science. Through storytelling, our learners develop an understanding of algorithms, the order of a story, decomposition, knowing the important parts to retell a story, debugging, editing a story, and creating, designing and writing a story. These computational thinking concepts and approaches can be explored through coding, where learners build a script or an algorithm from coding blocks to tell a story. There are many tools which can be used, and in this example we are using Scratch Junior, a free iPad app. Other tools such as Scratch, accessible via the browser, and Code.org provide alternative coding platforms. Planning is an important part of the storytelling and coding process. In this example, we are going to retell the story of the Three Little Pigs. The computational thinking concept of decomposition will help learners identify the important parts of the story, and a storyboard can be used to plan. Using the storyboard, learners can draw pictures and/or write the parts of the story that they're going to retell. Once the storyboard is complete, learners can use Scratch Junior to build the scripts to tell the story. You can now see a demonstration of how to build the scripts to retell the story. By dragging different blocks together, you can create your algorithm, much like a sentence. Movement and speech blocks help to tell the story. Learners can type or record their voices. Once the script is finished, run the code to check, and if necessary, debug and edit the script if the code doesn't run as it should. Then watch the first part of the story and move on to the next scene from the storyboard. Again, attach blocks together to build the algorithm and tell the next part of the story. Repeat this process until the story has been told. Once finished, learners can share their story and then continue to develop their computational thinking and coding skills by exploring different blocks, creating new stories and interactions, solving problems, creating games, and much more. Let's look at some examples where literacy has been used to explore computing science. Here is an example from a primary 1 to 3 class where they retold the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. And this example shows how learners can draw their own characters. Here is an example from a primary 4 to 7 class where they used Scratch to share Robert Burns poems. These learners chose to use text to retell the poem and use the scripts to change the background and introduce wait times for each part of the poem. As with all areas of digital technologies, computing science can be explored through all areas of the curriculum, and this video has shown one way in which it can be explored through literacy. To explore Scratch Junior and Barefoot Computing further, scan the QR codes on the screen to access the websites. For further professional reading around computing science in the primary school, scan the QR code on the screen to access the learning pathway from Education Scotland. Thank you for engaging with this Pedagogy Premiere video.